I'm going to start this video out by saying I have nothing against gay people. I am someone who believes in freedom, and if you want to do something with another person completely consensual, I don't care. Do as you want. I don't mind if gay people get married. I don't have any ill will towards gay people. Here is a new study that came out. Gay high school students raped, attacked far more often. This is pretty big news, and we'll go ahead and do a quick analysis of this. So, gay, lesbian, and bisexual high school students are far more likely than their classmates to be raped or assaulted in a dating situation. Read that again, a dating situation, according to the first national survey of its kind. So, people like to make a lot about rape culture. Well, here you go. It looks like, according to this survey, which I believe was government run, there is a rape culture amongst the gay community. The research also found gay teens were far more likely to have attempted suicide. I think most people know that. The finding echoes results of smaller surveys and findings from advocacy groups, but it is the first government survey to look at these issues across the entire country. So for years, advocacy groups have been saying gay and lesbian kids are more often bullied, ostracized, and at high risk for many other problems. That I will probably agree with. I mean, there is an ignorance in this country. So gay people probably are more statistically likely to be bullied or ostracized. However, that's not the big news of this study. The big news of this study is indicating a rape culture in the gay community. And I'm not one that typically believes in any kind of rape culture, so it's interesting that this article has come out, and I think maybe this study's intent was probably to show that gay people are oppressed, but what they don't, and that's probably why they included attacked in the study, because can you imagine if they had done this study and left that out? And it would have been basically gay high school students raped by gay people, essentially. Would be the result of the study. So they had to throw in a little bit of the other stuff that gay people face within the country from just general ignorant people. But those general heterosexual ignorant people are not going around raping gay people. That would make them not straight, obviously. So basically, this person says, the first time we can say that nationwide, these are consistent challenges faced by lesbian, gay, and bi youth. So what they're saying here is there's challenges that the gay community faces, and they're implying that these challenges are kind of a systemic problem through the country of gay people being oppressed, but really. When you look at it, and we'll get to the results down below here in just a moment, this study is revealing something really, really important. She talks about bullying. They throw that in probably to blunt some of the critics like me who are going to come out and really look at the meat of this study, which is that rape culture within the gay community. Okay, so. And they put this in here too to kind of try to imply that this is an oppression thing. This 24-year-old graduate student at Purchase College in suburban New York says she was lesbian. She was lesbian? Does that mean she's straight now? I think she probably still is a lesbian, but this is just bad writing. But tried to hide it from her classmates. Still, she was seen as different. She was ostracized by her classmates and sexually assaulted by a boy she knew, she said. Okay, so a boy, presumably heterosexual, since he's sexually assaulting a girl, but this is not the pattern of this survey. This is the survey is bullying and being ostracized, and the rape that goes on. Because remember, back in the opening statement here. Gay, lesbian, and bisexual high school students are far more likely than their classmates to be raped or assaulted in a dating situation. Heterosexual people do not date gay people, all right? So let's move on. It goes into a little bit of the methodology or the people who are involved in the survey itself. Here we go. Here's the important part. Among the findings, nearly 1 in 5 of the gay, lesbian, and bisexual students said they'd been raped at some point in their lives, compared to 1 in 20 heterosexual students. Now, this is important because it shows there's far more rape happening in the gay, lesbian, and bisexual community than there is amongst heterosexuals. This is huge. This is really what this study is about. Now, moving on, nearly 1 in 5 who had gone out with someone in the past year said their date had hit them, slammed them against a wall, or committed some other form of physical violence. That was more than twice what straight kids reported. So not only does there appear to be kind of a rape culture in the gay community, but there is a domestic violence problem in this community, because this is specifically talking about dating. Heterosexual people don't date gay people. It just doesn't happen. So this study reveals two very important points, which is rape seems to be common in the gay, lesbian, and bisexual community, as well as domestic violence appears to be common in that community. This is what the survey says, and I don't know if this survey is accurate. You know, it's one of those things that you just got to kind of take and make your own opinion about, but it's revealing some information that people may not have realized was happening. And I think, you know, the intent of the survey was probably not to you know, directly reveal this, and probably was more around trying to figure out whether gay people were an oppressed minority. But it's revealing more about the gay community than I think was probably intended. All right. About 1 in 3 said they had been bullied at school, while 1 in 5 straight kids had. Okay, that's a valid point. They're probably, and I think most people know that, you know, gay people are ostracized and potentially bullied because of their, you know, their sexual preferences. And there are a lot of ignorant people in this country. I don't deny that at all. Then it just goes into how they feel, whether they feel safe or not. And then more than 1 in 4 said they had. More than 1 in 4 said they has attempted. Okay, have attempted suicide in the previous 12 months. In contrast, about 1 in 16 straight kids reported recent suicide attempts. So I think this is something that people have known, that the suicide rates are higher in the gay community, or at least that's a rumor that's floated around for a long time. It seems like this survey has sort of brought that to light in a sense. But yeah, all right. So a lot of people want to talk about gay rape culture, and it appears that if it does exist, according to this government survey, that rape culture exists, but it doesn't exist in the hetero community. It exists in the gay community. All right. This is the American Iconoclast. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later.